One evening, James was delivering the mail train to the station master's house. Then the station master got the newspapers and started reading the headline articles. Thomas and Toby were then off on another track telling stories about ghost engines. "Well," said Thomas, "ghosts are scary when you go into very dark places or tunnels." "Don't worry," said Toby, "I don't think they are." And he puffed away to go collect some freight cars. Sir Topham Hatt and Lady Hatt were taking an evening train on Gordon's Express when they suddenly noticed something. "Is there a ghost in the tunnel?" asked Lady Hatt. "I don't see any ghosts in there," replied Sir Topham Hatt. When Gordon stopped at Knapford Station, he let the passengers get off the coaches, including both Sir Topham Hatt and Lady Hatt. "I'll see you later, Gordon," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Get a good rest." Later that night, the engines were doing all their useful work, and none of them were late at all. Duck was pulling a goods train through Henry's tunnel. Then he saw the ghost light. "Oh no! It's a ghost!" cried Duck. Duck tried to reverse back, but his train was too heavy. Just then, Duck heard a whistle. "Oh," said Duck, "that's James." "Hey, Duck," said James. "So it turns out you weren't the ghost at all," said Duck. "Ghost?" said James. "Don't be so daft, Duck," snorted James. "Ghosts aren't real. That's all just make-believe stuff in the other engines. Tell you what, let's both get our trains delivered together." "I agree," said Duck, and Duck puffed back. Soon, James and Duck combined all their trains together into one ginormous line. "Ready, Duck?" shouted James. "Sure am, James," Duck whistled happily. And off they went, slowly and carefully. Eventually, James and Duck puffed slowly into Knapford Yards, where Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for them. "Why are you two pulling your trains together?" boomed Sir Topham Hatt. You see, sir," said James, "I was going through Henry's tunnel, and Duck was in front of me, and he thought I was a ghost, so I stopped. And after a few discussions, we both decided to take our trains together, all the way here." "Well, good job, you two," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Now, go to some sheds around the island and take a nice long rest." "Yes, sir," said James and Duck, and they both uncoupled from the trains. Soon James and Duck were racing down Gordon's Hill all the way back to the shed. "And so," Thomas said to Stephen, "an old engine named Old Barry used to control Henry's tunnel before we even existed, and he was one of the most cruelest engines on Sodor." "Oh, Thomas," said Duck, "stop trying to scare all the other engines with your stories." "Yeah," said James, "Sir Topham Hatt told us that Old Barry got scrapped long ago for being so cruel." "Oh, okay," said Thomas. "But still, Henry's tunnel is a little creepy when you think about it." "It may be for a little bit," said Duck, "but it's not so creepy the more you get used to it." I guess so," said Thomas. And from this night onwards, James and Duck never worried about Henry's tunnel or any other ghosts anymore.